In the ever-evolving landscape of global defense, nations are constantly seeking advanced technologies to bolster their military capabilities. One such development that has captured international attention is the potential acquisition of Russia's fifth-generation Su-57 Felon fighter jet by India. This move could reshape the balance of power in South Asia and beyond. But what makes the Su-57 so significant? The Su-57 Felon represents a new era in aerial combat technology. Developed by Russia's Sukhoi Design Bureau, this aircraft is designed to dominate the skies with its cutting-edge features. It boasts stealth capabilities, supersonic cruising speeds, and unparalleled maneuverability. Unlike older models, the Su-57 incorporates advanced avionics and sensor fusion systems, allowing pilots to process vast amounts of data in real time. One of its standout features is its ability to evade radar detection. While not as stealthy as some Western counterparts, the Su-57 employs a combination of design elements and radar-absorbing materials to reduce its visibility to enemy sensors. Additionally, the aircraft is equipped with powerful engines capable of thrust vectoring, a feature that enhances its agility during dogfights. The armament suite of the Su-57 further underscores its versatility. It can carry an array of air-to-air missiles, precision-guided bombs, and even hypersonic weapons. This flexibility allows the aircraft to engage targets across multiple domains: air, land, and sea. However, the Su-57 is not without its challenges. Critics point out issues related to production delays, high costs, and limited operational deployments. Despite these hurdles, the aircraft remains a symbol of Russia's ambition to compete with other major powers in the realm of fifth-generation fighters. To understand why India might consider acquiring the Su-57, we must first examine the country's broader defense modernization strategy. As one of the largest militaries in the world, India faces numerous security challenges, including border disputes with China and Pakistan, terrorism threats, and the need to maintain regional dominance. Over the past decade, India has made significant investments in upgrading its armed forces. The Indian Air Force, in particular, has been focusing on enhancing its fleet of fighter jets. However, much of its current inventory consists of aging aircraft like the MiG-21 and Mirage 2000, which are becoming increasingly obsolete. To address this gap, India has pursued both indigenous programs and foreign acquisitions. Indigenous efforts include the Tejas light combat aircraft and the ambitious Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft project, often referred to as India's answer to fifth-generation fighters. While these initiatives hold promise, they are still years away from full-scale deployment. In the meantime, India needs immediate solutions to strengthen its air power. Foreign acquisitions have also played a crucial role in India's defense strategy. Over the years, the nation has purchased advanced platforms such as the Rafale from France and the S-400 missile system from Russia. These deals reflect India's pragmatic approach to balancing domestic innovation with strategic partnerships. Against this backdrop, the prospect of acquiring the Su-57 aligns with India's goal of maintaining a technologically superior air force. If successful, this deal could provide India with a game-changing asset capable of countering emerging threats. So, why is the Su-57 particularly appealing to India? There are several factors at play here. First and foremost, the aircraft addresses India's urgent need for a fifth-generation platform. Currently, India lacks a true fifth-generation fighter, putting it at a disadvantage against neighboring rivals like China, which operates the J-20 Mighty Dragon. The Su-57's stealth and sensor capabilities make it well-suited for penetrating heavily defended airspace. For instance, in a hypothetical conflict scenario involving China or Pakistan, the Su-57 could play a pivotal role in neutralizing enemy air defenses and establishing air superiority. Another key advantage lies in cost-effectiveness. Compared to Western alternatives like the F-35 Lightning II, the Su-57 is relatively affordable. Given India's budgetary constraints, this affordability factor cannot be overlooked. Moreover, India already has deep-rooted ties with Russia when it comes to defense procurement, making negotiations smoother and logistics more manageable. Furthermore, the Su-57 offers opportunities for technology transfer and co-development. Historically, India has sought to leverage foreign acquisitions as a means of boosting its domestic defense industry. By partnering with Russia on the Su-57, India could gain access to critical technologies that could later be integrated into its own programs. While the potential acquisition of the Su-57 presents clear benefits for India, it also raises important geopolitical questions. At the heart of these concerns is the impact on India-US relations. Under the Countering America's Adversaries Through Sanctions Act, CAATSA, the United States imposes penalties on countries that engage in significant transactions with Russia's defense sector. If India proceeds with the Su-57 deal, it risks facing U.S. sanctions, a scenario that could strain bilateral ties. Washington has long urged New Delhi to diversify its defense suppliers, encouraging purchases from American firms instead. However, India has consistently maintained that its defense decisions are sovereign matters. This stance reflects a delicate balancing act, as India seeks to nurture its strategic partnership with the US while preserving its traditional alliance with Russia. On the flip side, closer cooperation with Russia on the Su-55 could strengthen Moscow-New Delhi ties. Both nations share a history of collaboration dating back to the Cold War era. In recent years, despite growing alignment with the West, India has continued to rely on Russian hardware for a substantial portion of its military needs. The Su-57 deal would reinforce this enduring partnership beyond bilateral dynamics. The acquisition could influence regional stability. Neighboring countries like China and Pakistan may view the Su-57 as a provocative step, potentially triggering an arms race. Such developments could exacerbate existing tensions and complicate efforts toward peaceful resolutions. Despite its allure, the Su-57 deal is not without its critics. One major concern revolves around the aircraft's reliability. Reports suggest that the Su-57 has encountered numerous technical glitches since its inception. From engine failures to software malfunctions, these issues raise doubts about whether the aircraft can meet India's rigorous operational requirements. Cost is another contentious issue. Although the Su-57 is cheaper than Western equivalents, it is still an expensive proposition for a country grappling with economic challenges. Critics argue that India should prioritize funding for social welfare programs over extravagant defense expenditures. Moreover, there are fears that reliance on imported platforms like the Su-55 could hinder progress in India's indigenous defense sector. Instead of fostering self-reliance, such acquisitions might perpetuate dependency on foreign suppliers, a trend that undermines long-term strategic autonomy. Finally, environmental considerations cannot be ignored. Military aviation contributes significantly to carbon emissions, raising ethical questions about sustainability. As global awareness of climate change grows, governments face increasing pressure to adopt greener practices even within their armed forces. Before committing to the Su-57, India has explored other options. Among them is the French-made Rafale, which India acquired in a multi-billion-dollar deal a few years ago. The Rafale is widely regarded as one of the most advanced fourth-generation plus fighters, offering excellent performance in air-to-air and air-to-ground missions. However, it does not qualify as a fifth-generation aircraft, leaving a gap in India's fleet. The American F-35 Lightning II represents another alternative. As the world's premier fifth-generation fighter, the F-35 boasts unmatched stealth and networking capabilities. Yet, its exorbitant price tag and geopolitical sensitivities make it less appealing to India. Furthermore, Washington's stringent export controls pose additional hurdles. China's J-20 Mighty Dragon, operated by the People's Liberation Army Air Force, serves as both a rival and a benchmark. While India has no intention of purchasing Chinese hardware, the J-20 highlights the urgency of acquiring a comparable fifth-generation platform. Without such an asset, India risks falling behind in the technological arms race. Ultimately, the decision hinges on weighing the pros and cons of each option. Whether the Su-57 emerges as the best choice remains to be seen. As India deliberates over the Su-57 deal, it is essential to look beyond the immediate horizon. The future of aerial combat will likely be shaped by emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, unmanned systems, and directed energy weapons. Investing in these areas could position India as a leader in next-generation warfare. At the same time, India must strike a balance between short-term needs and long-term goals. Acquiring the Su-57 might address pressing gaps in the near term, but it should not come at the expense of nurturing homegrown innovation. Programs like the Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft hold immense potential and deserve sustained support. Finally, fostering international cooperation will remain vital. By engaging with allies and partners, India can navigate the complexities of global geopolitics while advancing its national interests. Whether through joint ventures, co-development agreements, or knowledge-sharing initiatives, collaboration can pave the way for a brighter future. In conclusion, the potential acquisition of the Su-57 Felon marks a pivotal moment for India's defense strategy. It encapsulates the challenges and opportunities inherent in navigating the modern battlefield. While the decision carries risks and uncertainties, it also reflects India's determination to safeguard its sovereignty and protect its people. Only time will tell whether the Su-57 becomes a cornerstone of India's air power or fades into obscurity. What is certain, however, is that the choices made today will shape the nation's destiny for decades to come. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates on global defense and security. Until next time, stay informed and stay curious.